Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be your reading for the week of the 26th to the 1st of August. And I'm late, I am apologizing, I'm so sorry. This Chiron retrograde has been really triggering for me, as I'm sure it is for everybody. What Chiron retrograde does, for those who are interested, is it brings up a lot of our wounds that we have pretended or thought we were healed from, and it's going to make it aware that we are not. Now, I also want you guys to understand, for those of you who have turned pain into purpose, wow, how powerful is that? Turn pain into purpose. This is going to be a time of where you might be second guessing yourself, or you might be faced with those emotions again. Now, this is for you to reconnect to the purpose, because you might have lost yourself along the way, and this is going to emphasize the emotions that got us started in the beginning. Okay, so see it as that we can heal from this around this time. It's really important to make sure you understand that this is coming up for you to heal, not for anything else. It's not here to harm you. It's here to get you to understand that we haven't completely healed from it, so it's going to continue to hurt you until, all right, we completely get rid of it and cut any cycles out. Okay, this is going to be towards certain people as well. All right, just be very mindful that there are going to be certain people that we finally need to remove ourselves from, because we're attracting in the same kinds of people, or there's something like there's a similar theme coming up. Now, this retrograde is going to help you understand that. Anyways, enough of that. I'm not here doing a Chiron reading. What we are going to be doing, though, for the air signs, this does look like an amazing week, but it is very similar to the retrograde. I'm going to link it together because it does feel like it has something to do with it this week for the air signs. Is that it is going to bring up a lot of dark energies. Now, this isn't just going to be to do with dark energies within ourselves. You might start to see it in other people, true what's the word for it? True colors coming through within yourself as well as others, by the way. There's a specific situation that I want to discuss here. Now, there's two sides of the story, obviously. There's one where we are the people going through this, and there's another one where it's someone else who is watching us. Now, I did get Page of Swords energy in your channeled messages for the air signs, so there is someone watching. There is someone, a little bit of evil eye coming through. And if any of you are familiar with the podcast, I speak on there about how evil eye can only affect you if you let it, right? If you have a very strong inner peace and inner mind and a connection to source, there is nothing outside of your connection to the universe that can get in the way of anything. So don't worry about it. As long as we are strong within this week, it's really important. Maybe grounding yourself this week and reconnecting to source is going to be very important for you if that is the case. Now, for others of us, we have to understand here, Gemini, for the air signs, this could be us looking at things in a lack perspective and envying others for having what we've been working really hard for. This is a really good time to identify that that's not healthy, all right? That's not a good environment to be in within yourself. So to heal that, all right, is important. To commit, to make a promise to yourself was what was coming up here. And most likely routines, but it wasn't so strict here. It was mainly about making a promise to yourself and reconnecting and gaining a structure so that instead of looking at others and looking at what they've got, you create your own. But this could be other people looking at what you've got here, Gemini. So it's going to go both ways. I trust that you're going to identify and relate to it as how it resonates, Anyways, I do get a bit of a triggered inner child coming through for some of us. And now I have to speak about this because it's causing us to be overly cautious towards things and probably and most possibly get in our own way in terms of our future. Just be careful of this, okay? Don't be overly cautious. One thing that Spirit said was to trust your emotions. That is going to be the biggest telltale sign. Don't listen to the logic. Well, the air signs is more of that can be the thing that can trip you up. So by identifying with how your body is reacting around certain things, how do you feel? Our body is the biggest tool here to identify how comfortable we feel in certain situations. Have you ever felt when you are around someone who's got a really bad energy that you feel it first before you identify it in your mind? Because your emotions and your intuition is a lot stronger. So that is what you should be listening to, not anything up here, because this can run wild, especially within this week, especially with Chiron going retrograde. It is possible that we make up things in our head a lot worse than they actually are in real life. So this is a really big time to reflect, to not take any impulse, to not do anything impulsively, to think it through. All right. Do I understand, is this me or is this the situation that I'm in? But anyways, aside from all of that, we are getting upgrades. I do see bonuses. Some of you are going to be getting promotions. I feel like we're going up a level is what I really feel like. And it feels good. And for a lot of us, it's because we're identifying these issues within ourselves, lack perspectives, you know, envy even. And we're actually understanding that we can actually be at that boss level. We don't need to be the person staring from a distance. We can become who we want to be and be in the future of, be in that dream that you want to be in, okay? Anyways, despite all that, let's see what's going on for you here, Gemini, for the week. Hanged Man, this is exactly what I was envisioning when I said about, what was it that I was saying when that came to mind? Regardless, all right, it probably will come to me in a second. The Hanged Man or the Hanged Woman in this deck is really about kind of, there we go, you know, kind of sitting back a little bit and just observing rather than making that, taking those impulsive routes, making impulsive decisions. I think it's really important to kind of see things in a different perspective here. Now, the Hanged Woman also talks about, again, centering yourself and reconnecting to spirit, especially when we have the Knight of Wands here, because the Knight of Wands is 9th house energy, right? All about spirituality, your belief system and philosophies and stuff. So this is a really good time to reconnect, to relearn certain things. Some of you could be looking into certain spiritual, you know, astrologies, occults, all that kind of stuff. You could be relearning certain things to do with that. The Hanged Woman, though, again, as I was saying, this is really about taking a step back and observing rather than doing. Okay, really important. Let's talk about it. Anything else coming through for Gemini? The Death card. There is transformation coming through. Now, the thing I love about this, these come after each other. So you are going along a journey here. We have 10 of Pentacles. Look at this abundance coming away. Don't you worry. This transformation may not feel very comfortable. You know, with the Hanged Woman, being upside down isn't really comfortable, right? You feel the blood rush to your head. You just want to be back to normal again. I feel like we're adjusting. Oh, they're saying something here. Yeah. There's something about things never being back to normal again, but that's okay. Gemini, I want you to understand that's actually okay. It's getting better actually, and what you don't realize is that's it. This change, this transformation, you know, the more that you resist it, not the worse it gets, but the universe wants you to go where it wants you to go, and you don't really, do you really have a choice? You know, in those situations where spirit is like, I promise this is good for you, but because you can't see it, you're like, no, I don't want to do that just yet. This is going to be good for you. Now, again, we're on the right path. By letting go of any resistance to change and transformation, you are going to find yourself letting an old side of you die out, letting an old part of you die out, letting something in your life that is overstayed its welcome, is that saying? That's now leaving, which is good. And this Death card brings about that transformation and newness into our life and our world. So this is really, really good. What we are starting to see in others is causing us to want to leave things behind as well. So this is very, very good. Okay, I actually like it. This is about seeing the true colors of people. We are tapping into our intuition when we are in a situation of taking that step back. You're observing people's behavior and attitudes a lot more, and what they're doing and what they're not doing really as well. You're really kind of, this is like a very stealth energy, stealthy. It's like you're just kind of, people don't realize that you are taking yourself out of a situation because you're still there, you're lingering, you're just not exactly out, but you're not in it either. You're in a very interesting position of where you're viewing everybody. This is so weird. I think this is more of a spiritual thing as to how this is coming up, but regardless, you're changing. The groups that you've been around, Gemini, are no longer the groups that you're going to be around because there is so much going on here. There's so much change happening in your life. We have the Three of Pentacles, so there could be movement, could be redoing anything up in the home, by the way. Here, Gemini, there could definitely be some works going on in the home, but this Three of Pentacles also talks about projects, plans. There is a project or there is a plan that we are really starting to embark on here, and it seems to be coming from this change, wanting to remove yourself from a situation that's becoming too uncomfortable now, so that you are kind of, again, putting that side of you to rest, and you're now starting to maybe it's collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. You're starting to work on something that has a lot more stability to it. Maybe not now, but it definitely will do. The Three of Pentacles works towards the 10, which is about abundance. And my email just went off, so definitely so. That's spirit coming through. Whenever I hear that ding, I'm like, yes, it always comes at the best times. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, hey guys, this could be a love interest, by the way. If so, I love it. I actually feel as though flowers are going to mean something to this, whether their name has like flowers on it. I don't know. Flowers on it. That's not what I meant. I meant like the name of the flower. Either way. That's for a small amount of you. For those of you who are wanting to build a platform online, this looks really good. Influencer stuff, YouTube stuff, or anything to do with helping others. You know, as much as the Queen of Wands is someone in the spotlight, I like to see her as a bit of a teacher too. This person could be a teacher. This can also be, this is a lot to do with beauty and confidence, by the way, gaining that with this plan of yours. Okay, we're now working on ourselves. We're now working on how to become more confident, how to kind of step outside our shell a little bit more here, Gemini, as well. I also feel like our looks are going to be changing too. Could be anything like cosmetic surgery or just changing the way that you dress, changing your hairstyle. I see a lot of that coming through. We have the Knight of Wands coming up again. So there's an education going on here, definitely teaching energy. If any of you want to go back into school or are in school at the moment, or in any kind of form of education, this is a very good sign that you're gaining a lot more confidence, a lot more skills in what it is that you're doing, and you will be achieving certain things. All right, slow and steady wins the race, but I feel like the passion is going to really take you further. Okay, I really do. Anything else for Gemini for the week? I do. I like this. I do feel like you are going to start to see a lot more success happening in terms of your skills, the things that you're working on here. This plan, this project is also going to really turn into something more magical here. Anything that starts off as just a hobby is going to turn out into a full-time job, by the way, here, Gemini. That's what I'm really seeing for you. Again, especially if you're advertising on social media as well, this looks like a very good thing to be doing, by the way. Okay, work is going to be improving. You might find yourself being very busy, but this is all going to be helpful for you in terms of manifesting finances or skills, or, you know, again, that platform recognition, most likely. You then have the Five of Wands and a Page of Cups. Now, when these two come together, there is going to be some emotional triggers that are coming up within this week. So as much as we have these amazing things, which I love, we have to be very mindful that our emotions are learning how to mature a little bit more. When we have the Page of Cups, it's exactly that. It just feels as though we're getting irritated at the smallest of things, and this is down to you here, Gemini, to figure out and to sort out. And most likely here with the Five of Wands, look at it from a very truthful perspective, because when the Five of Wands comes in, this is internal conflict. Yes, could even be conflict with people around you, maybe a water sign, whoever it is. If there's an argument involved, try not to entertain it. Try to be the bigger person. The reason why I say that is because this constant going back and forth, as you can see, it gets a bit messy. There is no solution to this. Arguing about something or getting triggered in something and trying to, you know, put your point forward, and the other person's wanting their point forward, and the two of you are just saying things and not actually listening. This isn't going to work out anymore. And this way of arguing, this way of communicating is no longer working out. So this is really for you to fix, to communicate with someone else with. If this isn't an argument with somebody else here, this is really just our own internal stuff. Instead of letting it go round and round, how can we rise above it? How can we evolve these emotions and turn it into something more balanced, really? We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like some of us are turning something that was very painful for us, like an experience, into where it's inspiring us to do something. And this is very likely this idea that is going to end up being the thing that you end up doing for a very long time, and ends up building this success and financial reward for you also. So an idea is coming through for you from heartbreak, most likely. I say that because we have these coming through, most likely you leaving something behind. But when you do that, something incredible is coming. And this could also link to this. Something incredible is coming, Gemini. An idea that you'll be able to solidify and turn it into something amazing. Yeah, all right, no more thinking about the past here, Gemini. I think it's really important to not feel trapped in there. How do we move on from someone from the past that we still have an emotional connection to? This could be what you're asking here with this energy. You're still feeling as though... So the sun has come out, and so is the Emperor here. Now, if that, because I don't see a past situation working out. One thing I want to let you guys know that this is the case, okay? The Sun card is really about bringing truth to the situation, and allowing that child self to come out, understanding why it's triggered you so much that you're still holding on to it, because relationships and even friendships will mirror your relationships with your parents and how you were brought up here and the people that you had around you. Where are the similarities here, and how can we overcome them? How can we take control of the emotions that we're going through with the Emperor here? How are we able to take responsibility for this? We weren't responsible for what happened to us, but we are responsible now for what is happening to us, right? Present tense. Okay? My angels, aside from all this and the need to really unstick yourself from the past, what's happened is someone blindfolded you, someone, had you kind of tied up. Now, this is codependency. This is someone who made you like gaslit. Is that gaslighting? Maybe narcissistic. This is someone who made you depend on them, and now that they're not there, we're now still attached. And this can also, again, go from parents. There's something that is still unhealed here that needs to be acknowledged and addressed so that you can claim your power, Gemini. Because you are able to overcome this 100%. You're able to level up. I can see a lot going on for you here. Especially with this, you're transforming by understanding and shining a light on the shadow side. It's the only way. Hiding it in the shadows makes it big, right? If you imagine it like a shadow, right? If you just want to hide that with more darkness, you're amplifying your shadow side. The moment that you shine a light on it and acknowledge these parts of yourself and the parts of other people and what that could, what that could relate to within you, the moment you shine a light on it, the shadow goes. Top tip. Anyways, I love you guys. That is your week. Ahead, I want you to kind of make a bit of a promise to yourself in terms of some things, especially in terms of not letting your mind kind of spiral out of control, because I do see that for the air signs. Make a promise to yourself, all right? You deserve better. And maybe write yourself a list of things that you're going to start doing. That will help. And as an air sign, you need to get these down on paper, all right? Not only because you have incredible ideas, Gemini, but also because a tornado up there without breathing space. I just think it just needs to, think you need to like channel it down into paper, okay? Plus it helps you manifest. Anyways, Gemini, love you, and I will see you guys next week.